Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sports Travelers. I'm Ed, and we are ready for week 2 of college football, and I believe week 3 of high school football in the great state of Alabama. So, we are going to go ahead and get into it. We got first game up, Baylor at SMU. Baylor coming off a loss to Auburn last week, and SMU coming off a victory over East Texas A&M. I think Baylor's defense needed, from what I saw last Saturday, needs some work. Hopefully they get the work in, but I don't think it's going to matter against SMU. I feel SMU's way better than Baylor right now. I got SMU 38, Baylor 17. Troy travels to Clemson, South Carolina to take on the Clemson Tigers. Troy's coming off a victory over Nichols, and Clemson coming off of the defeat to LSU 17-10. We feel that Clemson will rebound big time and beat Troy 41-17. UL Monroe travels over to Tuscaloosa to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide. UL Monroe is coming off a victory over St. Francis 29-0. And of course, Alabama, you saw a loss to Florida State 31-17. Defense looked atrocious. Defense still needs work. Alabama's going to struggle. But I feel and I believe Alabama will come out on top 27-14. We go down to Iowa at Iowa State. Iowa State has looked sharp in the early going, defeating Kansas State and defeating South Dakota last week. Iowa's coming off a victory over UAlbany. I believe Iowa State will take care of Iowa 34-20. Utah State at Texas A&M. Again, both teams coming off victories. Utah State over UTEP and Texas A&M over UTSA. Texas A&M looked terrible, I guess, in the first quarter. Made me a little nervous against UTSA, but they pulled it out 42-24. I don't think they're going to have any problem with Utah State. This week, they're going to pounce them 49-10. I believe this is the first SEC matchup that we got this year, and it's going to be Ole Miss and Kentucky. Again, both teams coming off of wins, both 1-0. Ole Miss looked good against Georgia State. Kentucky struggled against Toledo, but found a way to win. It's going to be the same thing. Ole Miss is going to roll. Kentucky's going to have trouble stopping them. Ole Miss 45, Kentucky 16. Arizona State travels to Mississippi to take on Mississippi State. Both teams coming off victories, both 1-0. Mississippi State came against Southern Miss. Arizona State came against Northern Arizona, but I don't think that's going to matter much. Arizona State's much more talented than Mississippi State. I have Arizona State 31 over Mississippi State 13. In a big matchup between Michigan and Oklahoma. Both teams are 1-0. Michigan struggled against New Mexico. They won 34-17, but they should have won by much more margin. So I think Oklahoma will beat Michigan this Saturday, 24-21. Then we got Oklahoma State traveling to Eugene, Oregon. Not going to be much of a game. Oregon's going to take control early, and they're going to beat Oklahoma State 48-27. Then we got James Madison and Louisville. This is my upset pick of the week. Both are coming in at 1-0, but I have a feeling James Madison's going to upset Louisville 37-34. Now we go into high school football in Butler County, Alabama. Tonight's games, Charles Henderson will take on Greenville High School at Greenville High School. Charles Henderson is 1-1. Greenville High School is 1-0. Their only game was against 1A Georgiana. It's going to be a good, hard-fought battle, as it always is, between these two teams. I got Charles Henderson 28, Greenville High School 20. Then we have Georgiana hosting Florella. Both teams come in 0-2. Both teams cannot score. But tonight's going to be different. Both teams are going to score, and they're going to score often. But I believe Georgiana's going to hold off Florella and win their first game of the year, 36-34. And then we got McKenzie. They are hosting Elba. Last year, McKenzie beat Elba 80-78. That was a football score, 80-78. And I believe it went 5 or 6 overtimes in a great football game. However, Elba lost its great running back. And it seems like they've lost most everybody else that was on that team, because they have not scored hardly any points all season. And every game they've played, they've gotten demolished. And the same thing's going to happen at Williams Vickery Field on Friday night. McKenzie 51, Elba 6. And then we got a big matchup in the Alabama Independent School Association with number 1 Lowndes Academy taking on number 5 Fort Dale Academy. This should be a great football game. I hope a lot of people go to this game. The head coach for Lowndes Academy, Speed Sampley, is coached at Fort Dale, like 20, I think over 20 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. And led Fort Dale to a couple of state title games. They did win the state championship. I believe it was 2010. And now he's at Lowndes Academy. He is a Hall of Fame coach. Fort Dale Academy comes in at 2-0, ranked number 5. And my prediction for this game is it's going to come down to a 2-point conversion stop by Fort Dale Academy. Fort Dale is going to beat Lowndes 22-20 and end Lowndes Academy's home winning streak as well as their region winning streak. And right here in Portales, New Mexico, we got the Bernalillo Spartans and the Portales Rams playing tonight. It is Portales Rams homecoming game. Portales is coming off of a 49-24 loss, I believe, to Lovington, their rivalry. Both teams are 0-2. And I'm going to give the edge to Portales tonight. They're due for the win. They should win it. It's homecoming. But it's going to be a close game. And I'm going to say that Portales wins 28-22. So that's my predictions for this week. Hope you enjoyed them. If you will, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And we hope you have a great weekend.